everyone, this is Dia. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking on my video. I am really glad to have you here. So the reason why you're seeing my bare potato face on right now is because today's video is going to be a makeup related video, and not just any kind of makeup video. It's going to be a makeup review, and the product for today is the
HUDA Beauty Naughty Nude Palette.
So let us open our product for today. We really recently got it, so it's still very new. And of course I cannot figure out from which side I'm supposed to open it. Here is a really gorgeous palette. Let us look at the inside. So now let's talk a little bit about this product. Now this is a product that I have been wanting to buy for a really long time, but have been putting it off, and there are some reasons for it. The first reason is because this is not exactly a really affordable palette. It's actually really expensive. We got this from a Sephora in Kolkata, and the price was somewhere around 5,000. Definitely not less than 5,000. More than 5,000. I'm gonna put the exact price somewhere on the screen. And listening to that, many of you might be like, what? How could you spend that much money on just this little box or whatever? But I also have really specific, logical reasons for that, so hear me out. First of all, me and my mom, we have a little bit of an obsession when it comes to makeup products, and whenever we see any kind of interesting, colorful or really intriguing products, we cannot help ourselves and we just get our hands on it right away. I know, I have no shame in accepting that, okay? We are makeup lovers, we love makeup, so it is what it is. And second of all, because this is not just any other brand, this is HUDA Beauty we are talking about, and any person who is interested in makeup or who knows about makeup will know that HUDA Beauty is one of the biggest, most popular and one of the best beauty brands out there. And I have seen so many beauty influencers, YouTubers try out different kinds of products from HUDA, from eyeshadow palettes to foundations to lipsticks and whatnot, and almost everyone has had really positive reviews about it. So me being a budding beauty influencer, if that's what you can call me, I also wanted to get my hands on a HUDA product, and in this case it's an eyeshadow palette, and try it out for myself and see if it's really worth the hype. And now the last and the most important reason, I'm not just testing this product out for myself. I am making a fully detailed review about it for you guys as well, so that if you are a makeup lover or if you are considering adding a HUDA Beauty product to your collection, then you can watch my video, watch my review, and be able to make the decision a little easier, whether I should buy it or whether I shouldn't buy it. So I will try my best to, help you get rid of the dilemma through this review. And I hope that this video is helpful for you, so do watch it till the end. So to make sure that today's video is as helpful, informative and insightful as possible, I am going to be showing you all the different shades and colors in this palette, and I'm going to be swatching them out on my hand for you. And also my mother is going to be creating a full-on eye look with this product so that you can really see the palette in action. So without any further ado, let's get started with the video. So the first thing that we're gonna do for this video are the swatches. But before I get on to the swatches, I actually have a funny little story to tell you guys. Basically, having a HUDA Beauty palette has always been a dream for me and my mom, and we were so obsessed and desperate, you can say, to get a HUDA palette and add it to our collection that we went online and we searched up HUDA Beauty palettes, and then we got this. Now, as you can see, it says that it's the HUDA Beauty Rose Gold, the Rose Gold Edition Textured Eyeshadow Palettes. Now, this was really cheap, and we were pretty sure that it is gonna be a dupe, but we still got it, because like I said, just the name HUDA is enough to lure us into buying this palette. Now, this has the name of the HUDA Beauty, but it definitely does not have the quality. When it first arrived and when we tried it out, it had literally no color payoff. It felt like I was applying nothing on my eyelids. And since then we have been thinking and rethinking and been in this dilemma on whether to buy the original palette or not, because of the price obviously. And now 2 years later, finally we have taken the leap of faith, and we have thought you know what, screw it. The price It doesn't matter, as long as it's the original good quality product, it will be worth it. Now we will test out whether it was worth it or not in this video, but finally we have got our hands on the original palette, so that is a matter of great celebration for us. So I thought that it'd be fun to just compare between the dupe and the real palettes and show you guys just how good the formula and texture of actual Huda Beauty eyeshadows are.
The eyeshadows in the Huda Beauty Naughty Nude palette come in 5 different textures, and they are 8 soft mattes, 5 high shine metallics, 3 multi-reflective marble creams, 1 hypnotic marble cream, and 1 gloss with bronze and berry pearls. Now the mattes were extremely soft and creamy, as were the metallic shades, and the multi-reflective marble shades were also extremely beautiful, and they reflected so many different kinds of shade. In a different light it looked like a different shade. It was really interesting. And as for the gloss kind of the shade, I really don't have much idea about its utility, so I decided to do some research, and as it says on the website, you can use it on its own to create sort of a wet glossy eye look, or you can use it as an eye base to intensify your makeup look and to make a less pigmented eyeshadow more pigmented. So as you can see here, I am swatching the glossy shade which is called Slippery, and on my finger it did appear to be a little bronzy, but when I swatched it on my wrist it just came out to be a clear gloss kind of a finish. So I'm really confused. But oh my god, would you look at that shine? All in all, I have really good experience with this palette and the swatches, because would you look at those smooth and creamy finish. And as promised, I am going to do a side-by-side swatch comparison for the original and the duplicate Huda Beauty. And let me tell you something, after the velvety smooth swatches of the original palette, the dupe one just felt so unsatisfying. All the shades, especially the mattes, were so powdery and so chalky. And here you can see just how much inferior the fake ones are. And there's no point dwelling into this. There's no debate about it. The real original one is obviously far better.
Okay, you have seen all the swatches, but the swatches are not really the true indicator of how good a palette is. Only when you see it in action and how the pigments look on your eyes can you tell whether it's actually a good palette or not. So now we are going to be creating a makeup look with the eyeshadow palette, but firstly I'm going to do my eyebrows, and then my mother is going to take over and show you the exact working of the eyeshadow palette.
I have prepped and primed my eyelid, and now it is time to start the eyeshadow look. My mother is firstly using the shade called Rough, which is a light brown sort of a shade, to define the socket of my eye using a smaller fluffy brush. She's just packing the product in first, and then using a bigger, more fluffier brush, she's going to blend out the edges so that there are no harsh lines. Now my mom is applying the reddish brown shade called Untamed on the outer corner of the eye, and we know that when dealing with shades like this, you are supposed to build it up gradually, little by little. And even though my mom only took a tiny amount on the brush, the shade was really pigmented, and a lot of it transferred onto my eye, and it turned out to be really intense. It was totally unexpected, and so my mom had to do some damage control and cover it up with the lighter shade called Hypnotic. So we have to be really careful about this in the future when we work with this palette. Next up, we are using the shade called Filthy, which is a pinky light purple kind of a shade on the inner corner to create a very soft glowy kind of a gradient. Now my mom is applying the multi-reflective cream marble shade called Passion, and this shade is really beautiful. And she's using her finger to apply the shade because it's kind of like a shimmer, and shimmers are best applied with fingers because you can pick up a lot of product in one go and you can really pack it onto the eyelid to make sure that the color is vibrant and there is minimum fallout. Next, she is using the shimmer shade called Irresistible in the inner corner of the eye. Now, when using your fingers to apply shimmers or any other kind of eyeshadows, things can get a little bit messy, and so she's cleaning it up with a fluffy brush. Now she's using the dark chocolate brown sort of color called Spicy and using it on the outer corner to darken it up and create a soft smoky effect. With that, the eyeshadow part for the eye makeup is done. Next up is eyeliner, mascara and false lashes. So let me do that really quickly to finish it up.
So I'm done with the eyes and now I'm going to do my base makeup. Now since the main point of this video is to review the eyeshadow palette, I'm not going to focus too much on how I do my base makeup, but if you are interested to know how exactly I do it step by step, I have other videos up on my channel where I show you exactly how to do that. I will link them up in the iCard and down in the description box so you can check those out. For now, I'll just show you all the products that I'm using and I will also link the products in the description box. For my foundation, I'm actually going to be using a foundation from Huda Beauty and I got this along with the palette, and I thought what better time than now to test it out and let's see how this one works. So this is kind of a bonus review within the eyeshadow palette review where you get to see the foundation. So this is in the shade Latte 300N and it comes with a pump applicator, which is really convenient. I love foundations with pump applicators. Taken about that much because I don't know if it's gonna be like really full coverage or medium coverage, so I'm just gonna try it with a little bit first. I'm trying it on this side so that I can show you the difference. I'll use my fingers first to pat the product in and then I'm going to be using the beauty blender and make it all uniform. Okay, already that has done a lot of covering, but I'm gonna need a little bit more than that, but you can tell the difference. And it's a pretty good shade match too. We pat it a little bit with the beauty blender to get rid of some patchiness or anything. I'm quickly gonna do the other side and come back.
I try to utilize the Huda eyeshadow palette in as many ways as possible, and that is why I'm using a darker brown shade in the palette as my contour for today. I did my blush, highlighter and setting powder off camera, and here are the products that I used. Coming to the lower lash line of my eyes, I did not want it to be too defined but wanted to keep it really soft and smoky. So that is why I'm using the orange brown shade called Arouse, and then on top of that using very little of that dark brown shade called Spicy and creating this subtle sort of smoky effect. Now I'm lining the lower waterline with some white eyeliner to make my eyes pop and adding mascara to complete the look.
Alright, so this is the full finished makeup look and I think that it has turned out pretty nicely. Do let me know what you think about this look in the comments down below. Now coming to my final thoughts about the palette. For me, I would say that it was a good buy and worth the money because the colors are all really pigmented. The shades, both the mattes and the shimmers, are very creamy and very easy to apply. They get on with such ease. It's taking a very little time to do your makeup with this palette. But here I have to say a few things. In this palette you mostly find colors like brown, pink, golden and all that, and you don't really get a lot of basic shades like black and it also doesn't have a very wide variation of colors. You don't get a lot of reds, a lot of blues, a lot of greens or anything like that. So if you are someone who is a beginner or is doing makeup just as a hobby, then I will not recommend this palette for you. Not only because of its limitations, but also because of the fact that the colors in this palette, especially the duochrome shades, can be a little tricky to deal with. And if you're just starting off, that would be a little bit overwhelming for you. So if you're looking for better options, there are definitely cheaper and more affordable palettes available in the market, and I have made videos about more affordable palettes on my channel. So if you want to check them out, they are linked in the iCard and also in the description box. And maybe in the future I will make some more videos about more affordable, beginner friendly palettes. Now if you are a professional makeup artist who is looking to improve their makeup collection, to add better shades and more unique kind of products in their collection, then this palette can be one that you can consider. But I will not be the one person who will force you to spend your 5,000 rupees because it's just so awesome and so amazing. It's totally up to you. It's an acquired taste. So that is it for my video. I hope you found it helpful and informative. If you did, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and also comment down below what are the makeup related videos you want to see from me. Suggest some good eyeshadow palettes or makeup products that I should review next on my channel. And please share this video with anyone and everyone you think might enjoy it. And also, if you aren't already, please consider subscribing to my channel as I try to bring up fun, informative, entertaining content for you guys. And yes, don't forget to hit the notification bell just beside the subscribe button so that you get notified whenever I upload a new video. Well, that is it. I'll see you in the next video then. Bye!